Okay, so Chapter 7, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights of the Bullshit Empire.
I take it you have concerns.
I can think of a few.
You're only escalating matters.
You expect us to believe you're going to fight your own children?
I can't deny my responsibility for what Valen and Arkan have become. I have to end their bloodshed.
A reminder. One through 1 through 50. We didn't have these problems. Our companions were like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. They might have had some minor arguments, but they didn't argue every single mission. As I told you before, telltale logic. There's so much of it in hell. Well, you basically constantly judge on your decisions, but remember, choice is an illusion. And we're gonna give you all these choices. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. Nope, doesn't matter.
How could you have raised such monsters? You're telling us you didn't see this coming?
Of course I did. We never agreed on how the children should be raised, and over time he became more and more distant. More cold. I was afraid for what the children would become. But when I decided to leave, they chose him. I couldn't force them.
You've been lying to us all this time. Now you give us this woe is me story, and we're supposed to take your word for it?
You don't have to take my word. You can ask the Immortal Emperor himself.
Oh, hi.
I am not him. I am myself.
When Valkorion was in charge, he wasn't fixated on waging war. If we can get him back on the throne...
Valkorion is a world devourer.
He brought direction and stability to Zakul.
Oh,
Trust me, Koth, you don't know him like I do.
No. You don't know him like I do.
oh my god.
Neither of you know him like I do.
We're having...
Try sharing a little less.
That isn't what I meant.
Interruption. The Republic astromech has established contact.
T7, what does he have for us?
You don't know the Emperor like I do. You don't know the Emperor like I do.
Report. A criminal meatbag on Zakul has been in search of the gravestone. This Lady of Sorrows alleges she can establish a dialogue with its computers.
Great.
Lady of Sorrows? Good luck with her.
I take it she's trouble.
She's an information broker. Acts as her own enforcer.
Oh, great.
Never
Shadow
apprehended.
Broker.
So yes, trouble. She operates in Zakul's old world district. I know it better than anyone. I'll escort you.
Back to Zakul. Right onto Arkan and Valen's front door.
I don't think they'll expect to find us there. Do you?
It's worth a try, this Lady of Sorrows. But I'd like a word before you leave.
Okay.
Who thought the Lady of Sorrows would be the key to figuring you out? Destiny calls.
You keep saying that.
Now that the truth is out about Valkorion, there's a shortage of trust. I need you to find it within yourself to try.
I don't like these people. I don't like them.
Not an easy task. Koth believes in Valkorion. Senya withheld vital information. Neither one trusts the other. That's why you must act as an example.
You really think they're trustworthy?
I'm too much of a realist for absolute trust, especially after Ziost, but I know their intentions are sound. May the Force serve you well out there.
Not getting access to the hangar controls. Some kind of power outage.
Oh, here's that stopping point if you wanted it. Okay, sorry, mind you, we made your lightsaber colors. You could also do this. Could take off her outfit and her outfit. Doesn't really change that much. Her hair does, though. Wait, no, it doesn't. I feel like something changed, though. I can't tell what. Either way. People are just so irrelevant. Still wish I could just, you know, go with my Nephimavora claw. Would make me feel better. But no. But no. Okay, well. Guess we should continue. Hey, remember all those people on our ship? Well, now they actually should be on the ship. So if that one's still doing golf swings, though. Hey, Gonk Droid. Gonk Droid, you want to be my friend? Of course you do. No, he's Gonk Droid, understands my pain. But he's still too slow. I can walk faster than him. I'm going down the wrong hallway. What? Why? You're not my nuts.
Should feel better.
Thought we wiped out most of those.
Odd fluctuations. Relays are gunked up or something. They have to clean out the junctions.
Welcome to Fair Stuff.
Everything's good to go. What was it?
An infestation. If they'd grown any bigger, we'd have more to worry about than spotty power. We should check the rest of the ship.
Courtesy, I will take it upon myself to eradicate these hostile stowaways, masters. Once I have gathered additional munitions, I will scour the ship from top to bottom.
Whoa, easy! We can have you blasting through the hull left and right.
Appeasement. I can employ knives and blunt force instruments instead. Would that make you feel safer?
Not really.
Next time, you're on cleanup detail.
Boop. Yeah, it's very exciting content, isn't it? Both were too short. Cause you know, then I put 2 on this side and 4 on that side. And then you have to go actually look for the rest out for 2. Boop. if there was ever anything called fair content. Like, the whole thing is we're supposed to be going to Zakul to meet with this Lady of Sorrows. But they need fair content of us just going to the ship and looking at stuff. Poking fuses. Hey, remember that hangar we have? So we found a use for it. Oh, and now suddenly we have a ship for some reason. The ship wasn't here last time, but now we have it, so... Anyway... Now reminder. So time. Warship isn't very a thing. Because, you know, storytelling. Yeah, we could still go back to our ship.
I love the hand of tithe could not deny.
We're headed back into the heart of Arkan's empire, and you're singing?
What better time? Anyway, where we're going, no one will be looking for criminals. Most of the people there are criminals, which of course presents its own dangers. So, I do enjoy visiting the old world. It's a piece of Zakul history. Valkorian's first attempt at creating a grand society.
A failed attempt.
Only in scale. To him, it wasn't nearly grand enough.
I want to know more about your relationship with Valkorian.
The story really isn't as outlandish as whatever you're imagining. We met after I earned a place in his elite guard. I never hesitated to speak my mind, which caught his attention, I suppose. He was fascinating, bold, always completely certain of his next step.
I like how you can tend to get clever for her. I don't think he even reads any well.
Every next step he took was for his own gain. How did you not see that?
Like I said earlier, the man I knew was different. He did nothing but improve his people's lives.
He murdered
What we had wasn't a child's notion of romance.
Just to bring himself back.
We were happy. Then Arkan and his brother Thexan were born. I loved them so much. But no matter what I did, they wanted nothing to do with me. And Valkorian wanted nothing to do with them.
It explains his problem.
His mind was somewhere else. He barely spoke. Barely acknowledged any of us for weeks at a time.
Well, duh. He was
And then,
busy being dead.
Valen was troubled from the start.
Okay. So basically we're gonna constantly get into this argument. Well, oh yeah, Valkyrie was the best thing that happened to Zakul. He was such a nice person. Built this whole empire, he did all these good things for the people. Yet at the same time, he basically completely abandoned the Sith Empire because, meh. Just meh, got tired of it. While we all thought he was basically gone or dead or spirit form. And then a reminder. The first time we actually hailed from him, back on Yevon 4, he's like, screw all of you, I'm gonna go eat the entire universe. like, he's gonna go devour the entire universe. Sakura is part of that universe. But no. No, he's gonna go devour the entire universe. It's episode cool. Because he's basically been technically secretly working on building his own empire on Sakura while not giving a damn about the Sith Empire. Or the Republic, really. So then we confront him on Zeiss, and it was basically like, "Ah, my Raph, you're not supposed to be here. You'll die last. I'm gonna go murder everyone." Like, basically none of what happened in Shadow of Revan and Zeiss really even seems like the Emperor benights the Fallen Empire. And that's what bothers the shit out of me. From a storytelling perspective, they make the Emperor seem like he's such a horrible guy. But then we go here to this, and it's like basically like a game has a sequel, and then the sequel basically tries to make the bad guys from the first game look good. Like, where's a good example? Mass Effect. Like, the Geth were these horrible machines that were empowering humans and follow Sovereign because Reaper God. Right? Then Mass Effect 2 and Legion's like, oh, well, that was just a sub-faction of the Geth. We don't actually all serve Sovereign, and we're actually more complex than you thought we were. And then Mass Effect 3, oh, let me explain our history and how the Quarians treated us and why you should feel bad for us and all that. Like, yeah, it's like trying to basically sympathize with the enemy. You know, if I want to go with a worse example, the Valkyrian's basically Hitler. And the game's trying to defend Hitler. Now, we went there. I mean, Valkyrian basically committed mass genocide. And her cough, everyone's trying to basically defend him because he made Zakul a better place. So yeah, he basically made Nazi Germany a better place. But yet he committed mass genocide. Logic.
You'd have to start young to end up as crazy as she is.
The boys were always aggressive, but they understood restraint and boundaries. Not Valen. She was a danger to everyone around her, even as a child. I confronted Valkorion. His daughter needed help. His sons needed him. His solution was to cage Valen's mind. Most of her power was locked away, along with most of who she was. He ignored the rest of us outright. I couldn't stand by and watch. I gathered the children. I tried to tell them we needed to go. They laughed and called me weak. Even as children, even with Valen's power restrained, the three of them together were still far more powerful than me. I couldn't force them to go. So, I left.
So, explanation of how things are. It's basically Arkin's all pissed because his dad was never there for him. I mean, that's basically the summary of the whole story is he's pissy because his dad was never there for him. Valen, on the other hand, she basically got locked up. Because basically instead of, actually be there for her, he basically just put her in her cell and said meh. There was a lot to her mind up and went meh. And Xenia actually tried, but it didn't help. So, Valkyrian earns Best Pound of the Year award.
Did Valkyrian try to stop you from leaving?
No. I'm not sure he even noticed. I transferred to the Knights Enforcement Division and took assignments at the outer fringes of our empire. Valkyrian never spoke another word to me. Since then, I've only seen my children in broadcasts of public events, like Thexen's funeral, killed in the core worlds. I doubt they even remember me.
If we want to try to reason with Valkyrian...
Hello, little one.
You could say he was basically dead the entire time, and his body was just there. And they didn't actually understand that Valkyrian basically, despite being there, he wasn't actually there. If we're going to try to justify him, that he was basically there, but yet not there. But no, they didn't understand that. They didn't understand he was off, being technically dead, and a spirit on Yevon 4, and eating entire planets. No, that hasn't been explained to them. I don't think we've really brought up the fact of Zeist and what he did on Zeist. I don't think they grasped that, nor do they really seem to care. Spent way too much time just trying to explain, just arguing over this.
Seems like you're everywhere.
The Lady of Sorrows is wanted for murder and theft of state secrets, among other charges. The Knights have hunted her for years. No one's come close.
Yeah, well, I'm better than you.
They aren't me. I'll find her.
With my help, I don't doubt it. You may not believe this, but it's rare for someone to escape a knight's justice.
And when that someone is the knight's own child.
We'll find out, won't we? Could I... Is it possible for me to talk to him? To Valkyrian?
I don't think it works that way, exactly.
Lots of things live down here. Few of them friendly.
I don't think
we should be
Valkyrian
careful.
cares to reply. Now, as much as I want to continue, I'm going to need a break. Like, oh boy, my mind is just melting. Just melting. Hard. Because I didn't have this many issues last time I did this, but now, looking at this from this perspective, it's just... there's a shit ton wrong with this story. I can't believe I had to go to the example of Valkyrian's basically Hitler, and we're trying to defend him. Thanks, Bioware. Thanks. Anyway, we'll be back. And we're finally back. So, a recap. With the help of Senya Tyrell, Santa Oris has completed the rigorous trials of the Prophet, Scions of Zaku, potentially gaining a powerful new group of allies. At least they have pink lightsabers. But the trust conclusions in stunned Santor's entire crew by revealing that she is the former consort of Valkorion and mother of Arkan and Valen. So she's the former consort. You mean they did actually get married? Apparently not. As in, as others are brought into question, the crew learns that they'll need the help of another enigmatic and dangerous ally, an information broker known as the Lady of Sorrows. And... okay, now we're back. So yeah, it had to take a while to unwind from this bullshit, because it was gay to me. So welcome to part of the goal that doesn't really matter, but it's full of stuff anyway.
Got you.
Technically in it, maybe in an instant. Not sure. Oh, I don't know. I evade. How can I
You know your way around the fight, T7. I don't doubt it. We'll trade stories sometime.
Yeah, T7 was the Jedi Knight. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's probably a lot weird for any class other than Jedi Knight or Sith Warrior to be doing Knights of the Fallen Empire. Because, I mean, what connection does a smuggler have to the Emperor? Nope, the smuggler's using the Force now because he's possessed by the Emperor.
Got you.
I'm sure that would be nice. Oh, I'd rather no. Yeah, I think I made a good point, though. I mean, what connection does any other class besides the Jedi Knight and Sith Warrior have to this? I mean, you could argue that the Sith Inquisitor is part of the Dark Council, and thus feels obligated to stop the Emperor. You could argue that the Jedi Councilor is part of the Jedi and feels obligated to stop the Emperor. But what about Mandalorian? or I mean the bounty hunter, what connection do they really have? Or a smuggler? They're just sort of brought into this. Oh hey. Now I believe we're actually in. Now I believe we're actually outside of it. What if I act? Okay, so where am I going?
Update. Extermination efforts aboard the gravestone have been slower than anticipated, Master. It seems quite unnecessary that I clean up the creature's remains. They clearly serve as an effective warning to other potential stowaways. But Master Votena was quite insistent, so the ship will be quite clean upon your return.
I very doubt you can get hit by the train. But I'm almost tempted to try to get hit by the train. I don't think there's any more. It makes me sad. We should have ran it at full speed. That would have been fun. Oh well. Oh, well, this is gonna be fun. Really? Well...
Tell me, Acolyte, what does the return of our great Zildrog mean to you?
It means death to disbelievers. It means the end of our corrupt society. It means great happiness for all.
You understand much, but do you know what will become of you, your family?
We give ourselves to Zildrog's glory, so that the wicked may be punished. We die so that Zakul may live on.
Good. You are on your way. In Zildrog's name.
In Zildrog's name.
Yeah, there's like a whole cult to Zildrog. It's... I forget when we explained it. Zildrog's a thing. It gets explained later after the story, but yeah. It's also bullshit.
This is the old world as most Zakulans know it. A place to mingle with the rabble and then go home to brag about it. One big party. I have a contact nearby. Need to go alone.
Does this mean you're back to ruthless enforcer, Senya?
Yes.
And there she goes. So... I'm supposed to just chill out? Or maybe I can bond with T7. You have gained the T7. The T7 needs upgrades. Oh god, that's a thing. I remember when droid armor was a thing. Because, yeah, you used to get armor for yourself. Which is, meh, it's a thing. And you could use armor for basically, practically, every companion. Except for droid companions. Thankfully, most character classes didn't get droid companions. Most character classes got, you know, regular classes. Except everyone got the ship droid, of course. But there were some classes that did get droids, like the Jedi Knight. Or who else got a droid? Trooper got a droid. Technically, then Crusher gets a droid. Sort of. I think it still uses droid armor. I can't remember. Trying to think who else. Well, then of course I was HK-51 for use droid armor, but yeah. Which was a whole nother thing to try to equip them with, sorted out. Made things complicated.
You saw the Lady of Sorrows. Of course you did. What does she look like?
She had a crown, and a suit of armor. And she was fast and strong. She could punch and kick and...
You watch too many holovids. If you ever do see the lady, my advice? Forget you ever did and run.
And remember, there's also ship stuff, because that was the thing. Ship battles used to be fun. Like, you'd go into this arcade-like thing and go through it shooting things, doing mission objectives. It was fun. It was profitable, but now it's no longer profitable, so now no one really does it. Oop. Oh, hey, look, it's Sky Troopers. Alright, anyway, put that over. I guess I can mount. But yeah. I want to say Sakul sort of has life, because I mean there's NPCs talking and stuff. But it's mostly, it's like, what did I do recently? The Sinking City, where it's like, it's this big area, but there's lifeless. But there's all these people here, with all the important stuff going on, but still feels lifeless. Having that problem with something else recently, what was it, Greedfall. It's like, it feels like it's this massive world, well, but not massive. It feels like it's this big world where you can explore and investigate things. Do stuff, but then you don't really do too much because there's not really that much to do in It's like a problem open world games have is they end up usually creating the world too big, and then there's not really that much to do with the world. Witcher 3 was a decent balance because there was like a lot to actually do in the world. Balanced out to being too big.
I had always intended to visit the old world. I thought I would have the time. Delightful.
So, wait.
You couldn't have mentioned Senya was the mother of your children.
I wanted to see what she would do. In the end, she chose to place her trust in you and your associates.
Wait. You didn't visit your own planet city? What? Yeah, oh, I guess it could be from the perspective of... I can be bothered to go sort myself out amongst the commoners. Because I was too busy. Now you were too busy just sitting, then standing, and staring, and not socializing, or, you know, being a father. Oh god, I'm starting again.
That wasn't an act of trust. As far as she knew, Heskel would have said something.
Cynical. If that's what you choose to believe, I cannot stop you.
You know, I sort of wish I could afford the Emperor's outfit. Oh, hi.
Priority call for High Justice Valen. She'll want to know who I just spotted.
No, not the spies. Yeah, now I'm gonna take one short side trip. I don't really have any money on this counter anyway. I just want to go look at something. Because back on my actual server with my main account, the auction house isn't exactly that stocked as it should be at times. I'll try to check these emails. Oh hey, look, you can get credits from someone. Whoa. Facing your battle was the only way to see the truth. When I felt the internal embers might rain from the heat of ordeal, it burned away all my doubts. I know that Arkham will fall, Silence will be avenged, and you will bring order to the chaos and governance. Cool. It's my honor to be your herald and seal. Okay, don't care. And I don't really know if I love your work to do with that prune face. Buckethead Vic. Herald's like a fashion bar at Dewbatt's rear end. Nobody's going to miss him, at least of all. The free zone. Okay, so everyone's gonna be. Oh god, everyone's naked now. My holograms are having a sexy party without me, except for Fat. For some reason, she's still got on. But Quad and Jason don't. Weird. Anyway, so we're gonna make this real quick. So yes, you could get basically some. It's not exactly what he wears. It's similar though. But 65 million. I think maybe the Emperor's Mantle armor is the set, hopefully. Still, that's... oof. Yeah, they don't have all the full pieces. Weird. I mean, they have the full set now, but 10.5 million. Yeah, that's a lot. It also comes with a silly looking hat. Meh. So many better things you could buy for that, like a motorcycle or something. Or a Rancor. Maybe not the holographic Rancor, but a Rancor. Anyway. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to end the video before we have to reach the place that we're actually supposed to be headed, but you know. Oh, screw you, elevator. How cares if you just understand Dave Hugs go. Understand system waypoints. System waypoints plus you plus fun. Secret mission opportunities. At least T7's enjoying himself. T7 doesn't realize just how complicated things are going. Falcon, now my mount. Well, we've entered a section of the city where my mount can't be used. Oh well, it's nice having them while they lasted.
If you can read me, I made some new friends. Could use a hand.
I'm on my way.
Up and there goes T7. Bye, T7. You're more useful than Koff. Anyway, so next time we head to the canteen. Hope y'all enjoyed. Thank y'all and have a nice day.